Through 12 matches, just one loss sits on Austin FC2's ledger this season. Came all the way back in the season opener. The opponent, Minnesota United 2, and they duke it out once again, this time in Blaine, Minnesota for the second meeting of the season. Welcome to Verde and Black. Hi everybody, John Gross with you on this Sunday afternoon, a beautiful day in Blaine, Minnesota. Minnesota United 2 at 55-2 in the campaign. They handed Austin FC2 Verde and Black's lone loss this season. Austin is at 8-1-3 in the season, unbeaten in 11 straight matches with 6 consecutive wins. The longest stunt this. Let's dive into the starting 11. First for Fernando Adi's Minnesota United side. We'll start in goal. It's been a bit of a revolving door there. 4 different players have started in goal this season for them. It is Kristers Bica, the first-year player from Latvia, who gets the start for them. No Marcus Caldera, one of the leading goal scorers in the league. He's not available for, he is getting the start at the top of the formation. But Darius Randall, big name to watch for them as well, up front alongside Caldera. 4 goals and 3 assists this season, including 2 assists last time out against Sporting Kansas City 2. Jacob Friedman has shown some really nice work up front as well for the Twos this season. 1 goal and 2 assists. He also had an assist last time out in that 4-3 win against Sporting Kansas City 2. So, big thing of this position today for Austin. More of the same for this side. Again, trying to build on this 6-match winning streak. We started the back. Eric Lauda, he's been one of the premier keepers in the league this season. 5 clean sheets, has allowed just 1 goal over this 6-match winning streak. And then you have to talk about Jorge Alasque. He has been one of the premier players in the league this season. BotMob has him as the highest rated player in all of MLS Next Pro this year. 6 goals and an assist. He had a brace against Minnesota United in the opener, was one of really the lone bright spots in that Austin FC loss. And then to top the formation, Ibrahim Assal. He scored last match. He scored 2 matches ago as well, trying to make it 3 straight with the goal. The imposing number 9, standing at a towering 6'2". Spearhead starting 11 for Jason. That's a look at starting 11 here. Just about to finish things off. And meeting number 2 between these squads. First one was Minnesota United 2 win. He took it 4-2 in Texas. Marcus Caldera added a first-half hat-trick in that match. One of 3 multi-goal performances for Minnesota United's leading goal scorer this season. But since then, Austin undefeated, unbeaten in 11 straight matches, winners of 6 straight as well, and they've really been led by the defense, and that's one of the big things I'm looking for today. They've conceded 9 goals in the season, Austin FC. 5 of them have come in the 11 matches since that season opening loss, when they conceded 4 goals. So the defense has been much improved since that season opener. Jason Shackle, the second-year manager for Austin, leading the charge and hoping to avenge that season opening loss. And speaking with Minnesota head coach Fernando Adi earlier in the week, he said, look, Austin's a really good team. We know that they're the better team in terms of individual quality, but can his team approach it better as a unit? That's what his squad was able to do in the season opener way back on March 1st. And they'll look to do so again today against Austin. Again, happy to have you with us. John Gross with you on this Sunday afternoon. 2 Western Conference squads battling it out for the 2nd time this season. As the Twos make their way onto the pitch, you see the keeper Kristers Bica in the keeper kit. His 5th start of the season. Just 19 years of age, but has been tough to score against, conceding just half a goal per match in his 4 previous starts. Both these squads currently above the playoff line, for whatever that's worth, in mid-June, but it does give you a good idea of where they've been through the first 3 months of the season. Winning records for both sides. Minnesota sitting at 6-5-2 in the campaign, winners of back-to-back and unbeaten in 3 straight. Austin at 8-1-3. Again, trying to build on this 6-match win streak and 11-match unbeaten run. Austin in the whites, Minnesota United in the blacks. And we are underway, meeting number 2 this season between Minnesota United 2 and Austin FC2. Pristine day in Blaine, Minnesota at the National Sports Center Stadium. This is a venue that Austin has never won at. In fact, the Verde and Black have struggled mightily in this series. It's a series controlled by Minnesota United. 1-4 all time. Austin again winless in club history here in Minnesota as it's played across, and no trouble for Kristers Bita. 5th start of the season for Bita. His first season playing in the United States after spending last year in the Latvian First Division in his home nation. Fernando Adi and his coaching staff have had a plethora of options in goal this season. 4 players have started for them this season. As that's lifted long. There's Jacob Friedman. You see this Austin team press early and press often. They're so disruptive, do a really good job of winning the ball high up the pitch. This back line will often shift into a back 3 in possession. Austin on the heels of a 2-0 win against LAFC last Sunday. Irvin Torres and Ibrahim Assal scoring just 2 minutes apart in the second half of that match. Burton lays it off. Space to send one in. Oh, a lovely wiggle free as it's rolled central and redirected through. It's an early breakthrough as Austin strikes first. Just minutes into this match, red hot Austin on the board early. We take one more look at it. Able to work that right flank. Irvin Torres wisely finds that pocket of space to sit in as he one-times it past Kristers Bita. Second goal of the season for Irvin Torres. And the visitors on the board early. Irvin Torres, his first appearance since May 17th, and it took him 3 minutes to get back on the score sheet for his second goal of the season. The 18-year-old, who's a member of the Austin first team, has 4 MLS appearances. Product of the Austin Academy, the 4th player to sign a homegrown contract out of the academy. Signed that back in 2024 at just 16 years old. It's headed on, and the flag is raised. And as much as we've spoken about Austin's defense, and rightfully so, conceding sub-1 goals per game, they still average 2 goals per outing as well in the upper echelon of the league in terms of goals scored. The 3rd minute goal by Irvin Torres, the difference. Emil Chesla, who also made his first appearance today since May 17th, credited with the assist. Both of those guys returning players for Austin. A squad that is just 2 wins away from matching last year's win total. And a bit of pressure as it's given away, open net, and it's put home. A dream start for the Verde and Black. A costly mishap by Christers Bita. And it's 2-0. Micah Burton, another former Academy standout, cleaning up the mess. It was Sal who applied the pressure, jarred it loose, and Micah Burton returning to his home state. He's from 5 miles away from here in Mounds View, Minnesota. And in his homecoming, makes it 2-0, 6 minutes in. And you could not have scripted a better start than this if you're Jason Shackle. Second goal of the season for Burton. And another one of those guys who made his way through the Austin Academy. However, before he played for the Verde and Black, he was actually a member of the Minnesota United Academy. So he's playing against an organization that he's very familiar with, and again, from just 5 miles away. Here's Jacob Friedman. This ball takes a deflection. Not really the first moment of possession that we've seen from Minnesota United in the attacking third. It's a Minnesota United side that has started to find its footing on the attack as of late, so 2 goals certainly not insurmountable. Here's Troy Putt, rolls it ahead, and a save by Eric Lauda. And it's certainly better from the twos. Marcus Caldera turned away. That's the guy that you want to find in the attacking third. He's been lethal this season, 7 goals and 2 assists for the first-year pro. Sal dispossessed, and Sal whistled for the takedown of Nick Dang. Dang, the Austin, Texas native, facing a club from his birth city. Harris puts it back into play as it's lifted into the area, headed on frame, turned away by Lauda. 2 saves in short order for Eric Lauda. And a lovely delivery in, knotted on frame. But Lauda ready for it. He has been tremendous this season, having conceded just 1 goal in his last 6 starts. This is rolled ahead for Sal. Ibrahima Sal has scored in back-to-back matches. It's a centering feed. Contact in the area, but no whistle, as Eric Feliciano hit the deck. Here's Putt. Caldera. Moves it back towards Putt. Space to drive this in. Putt does just that. It is kept in play along the byline, and nothing more than that. Here's Alpha Kabia. And no trouble for Lauda. Kabia had an assist last match in that 4-3 win against Sporting Kansas City 2. Fernando Adi was very encouraged by his team's attacking performance in that match. As it's turned over, Friedman lays it ahead. That strike blocked, second effort, rolled and saved by Lauda. So since conceding that second goal, Minnesota United has found a bit of life. 3 shots on target in short order. Lauda pushed to send it out. This press causing some issues. And after about 5 or 6 minutes of sheer dominance in every facet from Austin, things have tilted a bit in terms of gameplay towards Minnesota United. Will be a throw for the home side. Speaking of being the home team, this is Fernando Ari's squad's 4th consecutive home match, which is well-deserved breather from travel, given that this team opened the season with 6 straight road matches. Since then, though, they've played 6 of 7 at home, including today. Temperature is a bit too frigid and unpredictable at the early part of the season up in Blaine, Minnesota, so they were sent on the road for the early part of the campaign. They've been strong at home, 3-1-2 this season at NSC Stadium, which is a venue with some notable history. Used to host some U.S. women's national team matches, including Mia Hamm's 150th international goal being scored here. As Kabia centers, rolls back toward Kabia. Stays in the area. Caldera couldn't track it down, and Lauda does. Sal applies the pressure, great step to break things up. And an unconvincing clearance is settled nicely. Corrals up the hop. Naipita. Alastue with that last strike. What a player he's been. Jorge Alastue had a brace in the opener against Minnesota United. Somebody with as quality of a pedigree as you'll find in this league, having come through the Napoli and Barcelona systems in his younger years. And a whistle. Free kick on the way for the Loons. Here's Max Harwood, the academy player. This ball broken up with ease. Nick Deng lining up for this toss. He does have a long toss in his arsenal, as he heaves it into the area. And a whistle against Minnesota United. And a quick restart to try to prevent the home side from setting up this press, which has caused some issues for Austin. De Bruyne. Bruyne once more into trouble for Torres, though he does win a throw. Two goals in the first 6 minutes for Jason Shackle's Austin FC2 side. Squad currently sitting in 3rd place with the win. Move into a tie for first as it's played in beautifully behind. Oh, what a save by Lauda. Eric Lauda, 4 saves early as we look back at this replay. A lovely ball found Pacoda in behind, but Lauda had it perfectly played. First-year keeper for visitors. He's been one of the best keepers in the league this season. 5 clean sheets, tied for the league lead. Also third in save percentage at 78%. Here's Kabia. Angling feed. Gets to his target of Randall. Darius Randall works 1v1. Randall has it clipped away. Both teams pleading for it, and it will be a goal kick. This portion of the match is brought to you by the experts at Alina Health, and altogether better kind of healthcare. Learn more at alinahealth.org. Randall rolls it central. Caldera had it tapped away from him. Caldera links up with Putt. Putt with space, and he sails it. Well, it took a little bit, and the time it did take allowed Austin to score twice, but since that second goal was scored, the Loons looking real good. Putt had space and time to hit that, but left it high. He is just one match removed from his first MLS Next Pro goal. Scored one of the 4 goals for Minnesota United in the win against SKC2 last match. Putt, the native of New Zealand, who has experience playing for the New Zealand U20s. And the New Zealand senior team will play tomorrow night in the World Cup against Iran. Led by internet sensation Tim Payne. Here's Kabia. Leaves it wide. Cross blocked. As Clarkson forced to play it all the way back. Limping a bit, making some contact to the lower leg area. Pacoda headed away. Here comes Micah Burton, who scored that second goal back in the 6th minute. Space for Feliciano. Feliciano wins the whistle. And a card will come out. Alpha Kabia beside himself. So Kabia shown yellow in the 19th minute. The early card to come out. You see the reaction from Kabia, not pleased. Torres swings it across. Pinged in. Putt heads away. And it's lifted clear. Looping ball, Saul stays on side. Ibrahim Saul stumbles into the area. As it clipped away from him. Good 1v1 defending from Nick Dang. Here comes Minnesota United on the counter. The worst foul if you're Austin, breaking things up. Putt. Putt. Dances free. Pacoda. Tees up across. Pacoda's ball. Headed out for a corner. That's what this Loon squad wants to do. They're second in the league in crosses per match. They love to work it wide and play it in. Corner kick on the way. Jacob Friedman will send this in. Wind is blowing towards the attacking goal. Well into the area. And well defended. And a mad dash here. A bit of space to work with for Micah Burton. Also pull things out. You see the quality from Burton. Talented young player who has made 2 MLS appearances this season, his first 2 of his professional career. Burton along with Torres, both of the goal scorers, 2 guys who really illustrate the success of the pathway to the pros, going from academy to next pro to MLS, both guys having made multiple MLS appearances with Austin. And this league, of course, playing an instrumental role in that pathway. Counter press to win things back. Speaking of being a pathway, this league has also produced 19 World Cup players for this year's World Cup. Very impressive feat as Sal battles. And Ibrahim Assal is whistled for the foul. One of those 19 World Cup players who came through MLS Next Pro, Carlos Harvey from Panama. He played for Minnesota United 2 just 2 seasons ago, made 5 appearances for them. Fernando Adi was an assistant in the coaching staff back then. Now he's the head coach, but he said when Carlos first got to Minnesota United, a lot of people were writing him off, but he said he saw something in him. Actually, the chance to play with this team the week before he left for the World Cup. As it's all towards putt. But Fernando Adi said it was a really cool opportunity for his players to get to work with Harvey and help him get prepared for the World Cup. And he said it also, of course, illustrates the success of this league. As Feliciano dashes inside, rolls it for Sal. Ibrahim Assal tries to cut back. Sal has it popped away from him. And Sal whistled. Quality 1v1 defending by Nick Dang. Let's take one more look at it. Dang had to backtrack as well to stay in front, able to muscle him off of it. Great slide tackle as well. Nick Dang, the first-year pro after standout career at UVA. This portion of the match is brought to you by Allianz Life Insurance Company of North America, proud worldwide insurance partner of the International Olympic and Paralympic Committees. A nice ball ahead. It's a little bit impacted by the wind, and it's well defended by Kabia. Randall. Good tackle to break things up. Darius Randall, such a dangerous player out wide for the Twos. Somebody with a bright future, just 18 years old, but he's already been playing for Minnesota United 2 for 4 seasons. Signed his first-team homegrown deal last year. Certainly a name to know if you're a Loon supporter. Harwood. His feet broken up by De Bruyne. And De Bruyne goes down. Inside the final 20 minutes of this first 45, 2 early goals scored by the visitors. If you've just been watching since the 10th minute or so, you probably think that the Twos are dominating this match. They've controlled in many ways since those 2 goals were scored. But a 3rd-minute goal by Irvin Torres, 6th-minute goal by Micah Burton, putting this team in front. Nearly giving away in a dangerous area. As Friedman lays it ahead for Troy Putt. Races to get there, but marked by De Bruyne. Putt. De Bruyne, really good 1v1 defending. Torres gives it away. Friedman now. Here's Max Harwood, the academy player. Kabia gives it wide for Putt, and it's out of his reach. We've seen glimpses of what Minnesota can do in the attacking third, and they've been a lot better there lately. Last 2 matches netting 6 goals. In the 8 prior matches, they had scored a total of 6 goals. So it's been a lot better these last 2 for Fernando Ari's squad. Coach Ari in his first season leading this club after 2 years as an assistant. One of the all-time greats in Portland Timbers history, helping them to the 2015 MLS Cup. But he did finish his playing career with Minnesota United back in 2021. Rejoined the organization as an assistant coach, and now leading this Minnesota United 2 squad for the first time. Meanwhile, Jason Shackle in his 2nd season leading Austin FC2. Over 500 appearances in England, including 3 Premier League promotions with Wolves, Norwich City, and Burnley respectively. So an impressive resume from his playing days. Randall tries to cut inside, nicked off of it. Clarkson switches. Aaron feed towards Harwood. It's dummied through, and here comes Austin in the move. It's a threaded ball out wide. Burton. It's cross blocked, and a throw in on the way. This is an Austin team that is just too dangerous in transition to give up opportunities like that against. That was a poor feed. You see just how quickly this Austin team can kickstart a counter. De Bruyne. Feliciano back for De Bruyne. De Bruyne's cross makes its way out. Played ahead. Does the flag stay down? It does. Ball played in by Burton. And no trouble for Bita. Friedman opens things up for Ferris, taps for Randall. Darius Randall on the attack. Randall cuts it back. Darius Randall's cross is blocked, and he wins a corner. We're seeing that 1v1 ability of Darius Randall, somebody who Fernando Adi said is very close to being a first-team guy. These last couple of games, he's been a standout player. He's on a first-team contract, signed a homegrown deal last year. Still trying to break through with the first team on a consistent basis. Second corner kick of this first half for Minnesota United. It's a whipping ball. It's lifted away to the edge of the area. Oh my goodness! Luciano Pacoda. A hit for the ages. Absolutely gorgeous. And what a way to score your first professional goal. An absolute laser off the volley. And Pacoda answers back. Put it on the highlight reel. A moment that he will remember forever, his first pro goal. And if you're going to score a first pro goal, it might as well look something like that. A brilliant finish by Pacoda. And it did seem like it was only a matter of time before the twos broke through and answered back. And it's Pacoda on a beautiful volley who responds for the home side. This portion of the match is brought to you by Target. Target is here for the love of the Loons. Randall goes down, stays with Minnesota United. So Luciano Pacoda finding the back of the net for his Minnesota United squad, the first-year pro after a standout career at Ohio State. 8 goals and 15 assists for the Buckeyes. It's played ahead. Some space to work with. Feliciano. De Bruyne. Torres finds Feliciano with space. Feliciano! What an answer! Eric Feliciano whips it past Pita, and it's a third for Austin. An attacking clinic in this first 45 by these two sides. They create that triangle. And there's space for Feliciano, who slams it for his third goal of the season. A member of the U.S. U16 national team. adds to the edge for Austin FC2. Just 16 years of age, but he hit that like a seasoned veteran.
Scoring for Austin FC2, the 35th minute, number 47, Eric Feliciano.
So Feliciano answering back. We have seen a couple of lovely goals these last few minutes. 4 combined goals in this first half. And I get the sense that we are not done just yet. Here is the most recent goal scorer, Feliciano. Burton tracks it down. Alastue. That feed broken up but recovered by Jewel Berry. Berry towards Saul. And Saul shielded off of it.
Let's go, Lou!
And it really did feel like once Minnesota United scored that goal, the tides would start to turn. So obviously an important goal for many reasons, but if anything, just to quell the momentum of this Loon squad, given how well they'd been playing since conceding those 2 goals early. They were in complete control of this match since then. Lifted along for a surging Darius Randall. Randall lays it back. Centering feet towards Caldera. Not the best of balls. Kabia taps towards putt, and it does win a throw. McDang will restart play. Ball in from Dang. Stays in the area, brought down by Caldera. And Lauda collects. Stellar first half so far by Eric Lauda. He conceded that 1 goal. But he does have 5 saves. And it is notable that the home side was able to score against this vaunted Austin backline, given that the Verde and Black, during this 6-match winning streak, had conceded just 1 goal. So Minnesota United has at least matched that mark in the first half of this match. They've looked very threatening to add to it. Feliciano. Good recovery by Putt. A good ball from Saul. Would have been a little bit heavier though. Ferris, Randall. Ball towards Putt. Kabia does well to keep it in play. Alpha Kabia. And Caldera. Friedman. Ferris. Randall back towards Ferris. Corner kick. That duo, Anderson Ferris, Darius Randall, have played alongside one another for quite some time. Ferris in his 3rd season with Minnesota United 2, Randall in his 4th season. So 2 players who know each other's game very well. They're very good together on that left side, with Ferris pushing ahead from the fullback spot. Randall working that left wing. Final minutes of this first 45. It's a whipping ball that makes its way out for a goal kick, but you see the corner flag and the flags in the top right corner of your screen, just how strong the winds are towards the Minnesota United 2 attacking goal. Lauda certainly has to be ready for the potential Olympico. Here is Lauda, moving into the wind. Ferris, Caldera, punt. Flipped out of possession by Feliciano. And an errant feed. Alternate throw for Minnesota. Will be Nick Dang once again to toss this in. Wind at his back. Dang lifts it in. Well defended. Burton leads the charge. Feliciano, the intended target, did not get to him. Here's Randall. Final minutes of this first 45. A 3-1 Austin lead. Verde and Black trying to avenge their lone loss in this season. Came all the way back on March 1st. Minnesota United, the only team to defeat Austin FC2 this season. Since then, it's been 11 unbeaten, including 6 straight wins. Randall, well defended at Chesla. Randall is whistled. Third-minute goal by Torres, 6th-minute goal by Burton, 35th-minute goal by Feliciano. Trio of finishes by Jason Shackle's side. And a team that has been so stout defensively has to feel really good about where they are right now, leading by 2 goals. Doorstep of halftime. Friedman. Links up with Ferris. Ferris rolls it back towards Friedman. His feet intercepted. So 1 minute of added time in what has been a fairly free-flowing first half. Really, the only stoppages have been for the 4 goals that we've seen. Putt. Speed intercepted. As it's played ahead towards Ibrahim Assal. Saul cuts it central. And Saul has it knocked away by Nick Dang. Harris, great effort to keep it in play. Still time for one last build as we wind down to this first half. Caldera, muscle down, and a surefire booking. Micah Burton shown yellow in first half stoppage time. It's potentially the final kick of this first half. It will be Anderson Ferris just sent it ahead with the Burton yellow card. Harwood loops it in, headed away, and there's the whistle. And a 4-goal first half is in the books. And an Austin FC2 squad, hungry to avenge its lone loss of the season, is halfway home to doing just that. We'll score at the break, a 3-1 lead for Austin FC2 over Minnesota United 2. Coming up in our halftime show, we'll be taking a closer look at a pair of players, our MLS Next Pro connections, the 2026 FIFA World Cup, plus highlights of our upcoming schedule after this timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields.
Let's go.
And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Welcome back. To score at the break, a 3-1 lead for Austin FC2 over Minnesota United 2. Stories of next pro players making their MLS debuts are always fun. Let's follow midfielder Owen Prestis as he recently made his way into his MLS debut in New Jersey.
Past few years, you've definitely seen a growth in the willingness from the whole club just to give opportunity to young players, which is huge for myself as a homegrown, but also just the younger guys. When you get out there on the field, it's definitely like, wow. First 5 minutes, you're like taken back a little bit. But then, as the game went on and as I felt the ball at my foot, as I started communicating and hearing the other players, it's like home.
You can hereby press this to head it away. Does well.
It's just so fun to play and be out there, and the feeling of a through ball going where you want it to, or the feeling of winning an aerial duel, or the feeling of making a tackle. It's the game I've been playing my whole life. I've been working super hard. I think I just felt a lot of trust. When Laurent said congrats on the debut, in the moment it was like, wow. He coached me in my first few professional games with Crew 2. That was surreal, and whenever my next appearance is, just building off of it, and how can I make that positive for a result or positive for the team? It was pretty cool.
I just love to score goals. I just love to make the fans happy. I just love to see other people smile.
Sumo Jr. slaloming through, and that's just staggering from Carolina Core. Sumo Jr. trying to head it along. Sumo Jr. tucks it in, and it's headed down and past Juan Rojas. Anthony Sumo Jr. the breakthrough.
Growing up in Liberia, I grew up just watching people play at a high level. Like my dad played for the Liberian national team. All his brothers, they all play for the Liberian national team. All my uncles, everybody that I grew up around, George Weah, they all play at a very, very high level, and my eyes was open to it at such a young age. And just talking about it makes me passionate because football was the only thing they had, and it helped change their life, and it helped change my life. So they all just helped push me.
Growing up around the game gave Anthony an early love for it. But there was one person he always aspired to be like.
When you're very young, you just play for fun. You just have fun. Every time you see a ball, it's like it releases all your troubles, all your problems, and you're just playing and just enjoying yourself and having fun. So I never really pay attention to being a professional soccer player, but I knew I always wanted to be like my dad. And I always wanted to be like him personality-wise, and how he raised me, how he grew up, the amount of integrity he had, and how he respected other people. And those are the things that I wanted to be like first before I even thought about being anything else.
When Anthony moved to the United States with his mom and sisters, life changed quickly.
Migrating from Liberia to the United States, me and my mom and two little sisters, it was very interesting at first because we never really thought about moving to a different country and changing our life, leaving our families behind, and just leaving a lot of things. So just migrating over here and coming to the US, we faced a lot of adversity, and my mom, she had to go through the mud to work every day, 2 or 3 jobs, just for us to have the opportunity that we have today. I give thanks and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without him, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in today, because I think he gave me the strength and the courage to keep driving, to keep striving every day, because life is not as easy as you think it is.
No matter where he was, the game always felt the same to Anthony. It was the place where he felt most like himself.
My dad always tells me that. He always tells me you was born to be a professional football player, or you was born to be a football player. No matter where you play at, football is still the same. Whether you play in mud, you play on sand, it's still the same. It never changed. So for me, whenever I step into any environment, whenever I step into anywhere, I just pray to God for him to shine his light through me so I can be able to do what I love.
Put it on to get it through, and a quick counter for Sumo. Gets a shot and scores! Sumo strikes back for Carolina!
Carolina Core gave Anthony an opportunity. That trust is something he carries with him every time he plays.
Carolina has changed my life, and they were the first club to give me the opportunity to achieve my dreams, and I'm just grateful and thankful. That's why every time I step onto the field, I want to give everything that I can for this club and for the fans and everybody else.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields. And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
At this summer's FIFA World Cup, 105 players at the tournament have spent time with an MLS club, with 44 of these players having developed through the MLS player pathway. Of these 44 players, 19 spent time in MLS Next Pro. Fans can get a closer look at this historic group by heading to MLSNextPro.com. So one half in the books, a 3-1 lead for Austin FC2 over Minnesota United 2 as the Very Black try to avenge their lone loss of the season. They're halfway home doing so. A 4-goal first half between these two sides. Take a look at some scores from around the league. Real Monarchs putting up some big numbers against the first two. 4-1 win for them. It was a barn-burner between Atlanta United and Chattanooga. 4-4 the final. Then a 6-5 shootout win by Chattanooga. Big win for Carolina Core in an in-state rivalry. Orlando City claims one, and Colorado Rapids 2 and Ventura County splitting points as well. Yesterday, earlier in the week, Whitecap and North Texas also sharing points. Look at the upcoming schedule as we navigate our way through mid-June and some intriguing matchups. NYCFC will take on Carolina Core. Of course, I'm looking to build on that win. 3 matches Wednesday, 1 Thursday, and then we get back into it with a big slate of matches next weekend and beyond as well. So it should be a fun stretch here for the next week. We take a look back at the first half that was between Minnesota United 2 and Austin FC 2. It was a 4-goal first half, and we start things off early on. 3rd minute, Irvin Torres finds that pocket of space and puts it past Chris Pita. That made it 1-0, and then just 3 minutes later, Pita misplay. Ibrahim Assal draws it loose, and it put home the second goal of the season. It was 2-0 through just 6 minutes. Then Minnesota United started to come into their own and found more success. Dangerous on the attack. A couple of big saves by Eric Lauda. Another one right here. He had 5 saves in that first 45. Able to preserve that 2-0 lead. Right putt. And then strike. He's worked with. Corner kick. What a goal this was. Ridiculous volley for the third goal of Gianno Pacota. Made it 2-1. And the third goal for Austin Cambridge here. Eric Feliciano making his third campaign. So a 3-1 scoreline in favor of the visitors, and they're 45 minutes away from avenging the season opening loss back on March 1st. We'll have the second half for you when we get back.
Boys hear cinnamon, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best, can rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next, just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next, just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next, just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
One half down in Blaine, Minnesota. Austin, a 3-1 lead against Minnesota United. John Gross with you, getting you set for half number 2 of this match. Match that has seen the hottest team in this league, winners of 6 straight, unbeaten in 11 in a row, continue to surge in that first 45 minutes. This Austin team that is known for its defense, having conceded just 9 goals all season, entering today now up to 10, but still sub-1 goals against average. They're showing what they can do in the attacking third as well, with 3 first-half goals. Irvin Torres in the 3rd minute, Micah Burton in the 6th, and Eric Feliciano in the 35th. But we did see flashes of brilliance from Minnesota United as well, most notably that Luciano Picona wonder strike from outside the area. And they were pretty dangerous in that first half. The first 6 minutes certainly did not go their way, conceding those 2 goals, but after that, there were stretches where they controlled this match. They have the edge in shots, 8-5. Also the edge in shots and goal, 6-5. That being said, all 5 of Austin FC shots have been on target. So they've been very efficient at testing Christers Bita. And they've beaten him 3 times in the first half. This one of 5 matches currently being played in MLS Next Pro. 2-1 lead for CT United over Toronto. NYCFC and Philadelphia Union are scoreless. Revolution 2, a 2-0 lead against Red Bull 2. And in just the 2nd minute, Chicago Fire 2 and Inter Miami 2 are scoreless. So a busy Sunday in MLS Next Pro. A great time of the soccer calendar with the World Cup underway. We've seen some awesome matches already. This one has been fun as well. 4 goals scored in that first 45 as the 2 teams make their way back out onto the pitch. So we change for Minnesota United. It's Mo Bojang who makes his way on. The academy player replaces Max Harwood. Bojang making his 4th appearance of the season, all 4 as a substitute. He's played just 74 minutes on the season, so we'll get a good today. And a change for Ayeli, the first-year professional, a draft pick in this year's Super Draft, heads on for Dren DeBrona. Ayeli has primarily been a starter this season for Austin. This just his 3rd time coming on as a substitute in 13 appearances this season. First-year pro out of the University of Pennsylvania. Was the 77th pick in this year's draft. And we are underway in this second half. After a 4-goal first 45, let's see what's in store in the second half of this match. Meeting the season between these squads. See the changes on your screen. Harwood again coming off, replaced by Mo Bojang. Minnesota United trying to extend its unbeaten run to 4 in a row. They've also won back-to-back matches. They're running into an absolute buzzsaw in Austin FC, who has looked like the premier squad in this league, at least one of the premier squads. Dynamo Dos still in first place of the West by just 3 points, so a win here would move them level with the top of the table. Here's Pacoda, who scored that banger of a goal for Minnesota United. Ferris, Caldera lays it back for Kabia. Kabia works it wide, was looking for Bojang, and it's out of his reach. Well, it does look like the two wingers have swapped sides. Darius Randall now operating on that right flank, and Troy Putt on this left side. Meanwhile, appears to be a similar look for Austin as we saw in that first 45. Lovely bit of skill. Friedman lays it off. Kabia taps it through. Kabia's ball will trickle over the byline. And you see Jacob Friedman's ability to take on defenders, open up lanes for his teammates. First-year pro who played collegiately at Monmouth University and Bryant University. Kabia does well to win it back. Here is Friedman. Putt, working on this left flank. As he goes down, a good tackle by Chesla. Chesla gives it away. Ferris on the takeaway and a throw for Minnesota United. Here comes the long toss from Nick Dang. Dang facing Austin, which is his home city. As he heaves this in. Cycle attempt back towards Dang is broken up, and here comes Austin. Numbers 3-on-2. It's Sal who surges. A back heel, a hit on frame, and it's just wide from Jorge Alastue. Lovely counter attempt. A cheeky little back heel from Ibrahima Sal. And a free kick on the way. And Jorge Alastue unable to bury what would have been his 7th goal of the season. He has been one of the premier players in this league. Kabia. Bojang. Good step by Kabia, breaks things up. Pacoda, the goal scorer, lifts it ahead towards Randall. No trouble for Eric Lauda. Burton, who scored back in the 6th minute. Sal. Alastue, but Sal was offside. Well, it didn't work there. We have seen some moments where Austin playing a little bit more direct has been fruitful for them against this high press of Minnesota United. It's turned over as Jack Clarkson couldn't get there. Quickly tossed in. Let's see, was it an illegal throw from Micah Burton? It was. So instead, a throw in for Minnesota United. Pacoda towards Friedman, but Jules Berry meets him. The native of France who has anchored this back line out of the Monaco Academy, so an impressive resume to get to this point. And a free kick on the way for Austin. Evan Watt. Here's Burton. Watt again. Berry skies it. A foot race. Will it stay in play? It will, as Alastue brings it down. Alastue back for Burton. Barrow rolls it wide. 1-2 is successful. It's driven in, broken up. And a throw in on the way. Bojang did just enough to boot it out. And similar to what we saw in the early minutes of the first half, Austin controlling things in the early portion of this second half. As the flag is raised. Ferris. This press has caused some issues. Both teams have pressed well. And it is another takeaway. Micah Burton is pummeled down. Jack Clarkson whistled. We will not see a card, but Clarkson certainly gets a talking to. And a free kick on the way from Jorge Alastue. Alastue, the second-year Austin player who has a pair of MLS appearances this season. As class as you'll find in this league. Alastue twirls it in. Headed out towards Burton. And here comes Pacoda. Leaves it off. Bojang forced to pull it back. This portion of the match is brought to you by Bell Bank, a family and employee-owned bank. Bojang. Kabia. Battling with Saul. Handling feed towards Ferris. Good to keep it in play, and a lovely bit of skill. Anderson Ferris goes down. Card will come out. What a stretch from Anderson Ferris. First to keep it in play. And that lovely 1v1 bit of skill. More look at it. Daniel Cheslak took the initial swipe at it, completely whiffed. That's about all he could have done right there. That tackle just outside of the 18. Troy Putt will send this in for the Loons. And what basically amounts to a very short corner kick. Troy Putt keeps it low to the edge of the area. This time, Pacoda would not be able to blast one home like he did in the first half. As Feliciano heads on. Good read by Micah Burton. That ball taken away in a dangerous area. Ferris now eyes things up, bends one ahead, headed down, and just wide. Marcus Caldera was so clinical. A rare miss for him on the doorstep. What a ball this was from Ferris. That is lovely. For multiple players, found Caldera, who bounced it just wide. Barrow able to work it out. Tesla ahead for Burton. Hopped away towards Kabia. Pacoda finds Darius Randall. Randall did not take a deflection and a goal kick coming. Randall gave it his best go. Not the easiest of angles for him to work with on his right foot. Laura's ball taken away with ease by Ferris. As Kabia just lost his footing. Saul will roll it ahead. Acres of space to work with here, but the flag is raised. An absolute break for Minnesota United. Austin seemed to be in the precipice of a fourth. Right around the hour mark in this match, after 4 first-half goals were scored, scoreline remains as is in this second half. 3-1 lead for an Austin side trying to extend its winning streak to 7 matches and 12 in a row without a loss since that season-opening loss to this Minnesota United team. And after that offside ball, Jason Shackle issued a yellow card. The wind certainly impacting that cross. The wind's been a factor in this one. Wind is blowing across your screen left to right. And we will see changes for the visitors. Diego Abarca will head on for Eric Feliciano.
Substitutions for Austin FC2 in the 61st minute. Checking in number 21, Stefan Dobrivich.
And it's Stefan Dobrivich makes his way on as well. So a pair of changes for Jason Shackle. Dobrivich, the first-year pro who had a prolific career at Akron, one of the all-time great NCAA men's soccer programs. He replaces Burton. Meanwhile, Abarca, the El Paso, Texas native, heads on. Third-year player for Austin 2. Ferris battles for it. And a whistle came in from further up the pitch. They'll have to respot it. Randall unable to stay in possession, well defended by Alastue. Press proves to be fruitful for Minnesota United. Caldera weaves free. Caldera, his cross blocked, and a corner kick coming. Jacob Friedman hustles to the corner flag. We're inside the final half hour. Wind now blowing away from United's attacking goal. And another corner kick on the way. Ball in from Friedman. Volleyed away. And lifted out for a throw. This portion of the match is brought to you by the experts at Allina Health, an altogether better kind of healthcare. Learn more at allinahealth.org. Dobrivich, his first touch, as he races after it. Couldn't quite get there. Stefan Dobrivich, the Ohio native, 1 goal and 2 assists this season. Was the 47th pick in this year's Super Draft out of Akron. A lot of contact. Whistle comes in, 2 players down. And it will be a yellow card as Chacabaro is shown yellow. We will see changes for Fernando Ari's squad. Hector Cruz, the Minnesota United Academy player, makes his way on, replacing Nick Friedman. As Troy Putt will head off, and he's replaced by Jordan Adebayo Smith.
Also in the game, number 32, Troy. And checking in, number 99, Jordan Adebayo Smith.
Adebayo Smith making his way on. As that one is lifted just high. You see Adebayo Smith on the left side up front for Minnesota United. Dangerous player who has MLS experience. Played for Minnesota United at the MLS level back in 2024 as it's rolled ahead. Randall's cross is broken up by Chesla. Another corner kick on the way for the Loons. Gianno Pacota. That's it from the corner flag. He scored that 32nd minute goal by Minnesota United. And he adds to his ledger right here. As he lifts it in towards the back stick, and it down and saved. Milus in front. Somehow, the Loons cannot finish. Austin preserves its 2-goal edge. Multiple chances to put one home, but it was not meant to be as Cruz. His feet is intercepted. It's given away. Adebayo Smith. First a whistle as Diego Abarca was taken to the turf. Wow, Minnesota United coming so close on that corner kick. This is an Austin team who defensively has been one of the premier sides in this league. They do not concede often. Just 10 goals allowed all season, including today. This is match number 13, so a sub-1 goals against average. They also had only allowed 1 goal during this entire 6-match winning streak. 5 clean sheets for Eric Lauda, which actually surpasses his total clean sheets from the entirety of last season with Huntsville City. And as Lauda came off his line, and will haul it in. Stall goes down, we play on. Randall finds Kabia. Taps it wide. Ball in towards Randall. Well defended. And a whistle. And a change on the way for Austin.
Substitution for Austin FC in the 70th minute.
Vlad Danchutsu will head on as he replaces Ibrahima Sal. Sal put together a nice shift today, and well, he could not find the back of the net for the 3rd straight match. Still presented some issues atop this formation for Austin. Meanwhile, Danchutsu, the native of Chicago, 1 goal this season for the Romanian Youth International. He might get an opportunity here. Alastue finds Danchutsu. His first touches of the match. And Danchutsu is dispossessed as a whistle comes in. The Loons continue to control things in the shots department. They're +8 in shots, and they have a chance for one more here. Adebayo Smith could not pop it cleanly. Lovely little 1-2 for Abarca. And Shutsu stopped his run. Inside the final 20 minutes of this match. A high-scoring first 45, but a scoreless second half thus far. 3-1 lead for Austin. We've seen Minnesota United threaten on multiple occasions. Hold-up play. Here's Bojang. Kabia. Alpha Kabia. Left it away. Caldera. Been working a lot on his hold-up play. He hasn't really been asked to be that kind of number 9 in previous years in college. But it's something that this coaching staff has really tried to fine-tune in his game. Kabia. Cruz. Bojang back for Kabia. Roll through for Randall. Randall's cross brought in. Caldera. The shot blocked and a corner kick claimed. Corner kick number 7 for Minnesota United compared to 0 for Austin. As Anderson Ferris waltzes to the corner flag. Ferris whips it in. Watt heads away. And a throw in coming. Dang heaves it in. Watt wins the first ball. And Dang will have another chance at it. Dang. Headed right back where it came from. It's a heavy touch by Dang. And a throw in for the visitors. Well defended. This team has done a really good job in this back third today. Defensively, yes, a couple of times in possession where they're trying to build from the back. They've coughed it up. But overall, a Minnesota United team which has found some attacking success these last couple of matches. Held to just 1 goal today, and some really good goalkeeping, of course, by Eric Lauda. A lot of jockeying and an easy whistle. will be a card. So Vlad Denchutsu, who only entered a couple of minutes ago, is shown yellow. Bojang. Kabia. Randall now. Kabia again. Links up with Bojang. Bojang as it popped away from him. As Abarca threads it on. Maris able to jar it free. Here comes Adebayo Smith. Centering feed, Kabia. Bojang. Randall now. Randall works the byline. Randall rolls it in, and it's swept out for a throw. And once again, Nick Dang will launch this into the area. So far, Austin has defended these throw-ins very well. Headed away off the volley. Bit of an errant hit there. And a whistle comes in. This portion of the match is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota. Tried and true blue. The shots continuing to pile up for Minnesota United. They're +9 in shots. But that end product just hasn't been there. 6 shots on goal out of those 15. Meanwhile, Austin has been clinical today. 6 shots in all, 5 of them on target, 3 found the back of the net. Abarca lost that battle to Ferris. Beats Cruz. Nearing the final 10 minutes of this one. Clarkson, unsuccessful switch. And the second ball won by Pacoda, and a free kick claimed. Final 10 or so minutes of this one. It's played short to Ferris. Ferris skies it in. It sneaks through, and it's lifted away. But a whistle came in regardless. And Austin can see the finish line. 10 minutes plus stoppage time from a 7th consecutive win. This would also be their first ever win at Minnesota United.
Let's go. Keep your hands out. Yeah. You're on fire. He's on fire, bro.
And Chutsu. Dobrevich. Look at how consistent this Austin team has been. This is a league where most teams are anything but consistent, just given the nature of this league, the roster fluctuation, the amount of young players that teams play. But this Austin team has found a way to win, to pick up points, match in, match out. Ever since that season opening loss against Minnesota United, they have not lost. And that is a difficult feat to do in any league, but especially.
Substitution for MNUFC2 in the 82nd minute. Leading the game, number 9.
Algrolki will
Luciano.
make his way on as he replaces Luciano Picota.
And checking in, number 51.
And even if this does remain the final scoreline, it will still be a memorable night for Luciano Picota. Not only his first goal, but it was a gorgeous goal. A blistering strike off a volley. Randall leaves it back for Kabia. Icicles away. Ohio Smith whistled for the foul on Daniel Chesla. Chesla today making his first appearance since May 17th against St. Louis City 2. And he's made an impact today, an assist early on. Randall. Bojang. Ferris. Falls neatly to Caldera, whose strike takes a deflection. Loda was ready for it. Caldera has not had many touches today, but he's one of those guys who only needs one moment, one chance to find the back of the net. He's had a couple of those. Change on the way for Minnesota United. We'll bring out another academy player who called Wilkie last time. And now it's 84 making just his second appearance as a pro. Nosa Osagi, another academy player. He's only played 1 minute all season, so this will be the most he's ever played in a professional match. Randall, Caldera, Clarkson, the center back lets it fly. Not a position that you typically see him in, not far up the pitch. And Eric Loda, no rush to put this back into play. So it will not be a clean sheet for Lauda, but still a stellar performance by the keeper. He has saved 5 shots. Usagi wins the whistle. Quick restart, lifted along. First ball won by Watt. Well done by Cruz. Win it back for his squad. And he gives it away. So we're seeing a couple of these young academy players getting some run for Minnesota United. Grolke, Osagi, Two guys who have only played a combined 3 matches this season. That's one of the great things about this league. Gives an opportunity for these academy players to not only train with the professional team, but also to actually see some playing time. Sprayed in. Adebayo Smith in the doorstep. Could not poke it home. That is twice in this second half that Minnesota United has had a bouncing ball on the brink of the end line, and they could not put it home. Adebayo Smith. Ferris whips it in, headed down towards Caldera, and sent out for a throw. One more look at this last chance. Chested down by Adebayo Smith, but a great recovery to block that shot. And it will be an 8th corner kick for Minnesota United, compared to 0 for Austin. And they need something here. Last corner nearly found the back of the net. In the final few minutes of this one, out-swinging ball, headed away. Ferris drives it right back in, and Clarkson heads it high. So Austin just minutes away from extending this winning streak. The squad that enters today sitting in 3rd place, 3 points shy of 1st place. And a club that is hungry for a postseason appearance. They have not made the playoffs since that 2023 title-winning season. Beat at moving to the edge there as Adebayo Smith collects. Osagi attacks. Osagi lays it back. That strike could not peek through. And a free kick awarded. Well, chance for one more here for the visitors. Abarca. It's a centering feed. Knocked away. This is the first time in quite a while that Austin's had it in the attacking third. This is lovely, but it's denied. Beat of the save. Berry works it wide. Reaching towards stoppage time. And a free kick on the way as Caldera is taken down. We only had 1 minute of stoppage time in the first half. Minnesota United now 3 minutes remaining to make up this 2-goal deficit as we enter stoppage time. Ferris. Adebayo Smith. Ferris. Adebayo Smith making that run. Watt beat him. Villa. 1 minute into stoppage time. Could be a bit of discomfort. Coming up next, Minnesota United will welcome City 2 next Saturday to end this 5-match homestand. Meanwhile, Austin back at home next Sunday to welcome Sporting Kansas City 2. But it has not mattered for the Verde and Black. Home, away, the results have come. In fact, their lone loss came at home. They're seconds away from moving to 5-0-1 on the road this year, picking up a first ever win at Minnesota United. Dang. This ball headed away. Barrow shanked clearance. The whistle comes in. And we will see a change in the final ticks of stoppage time. Mo Badawia will enter for his 11th appearance. The Austin Academy product who signed a second-team contract last summer. And he will replace Jorge Alastue. Badawia may get all of a few seconds. Adebayo Smith, the target man. Tesla got there first. Here is Adebayo Smith with 2 on him. This cross is blocked, and there's the whistle. The Verde and Black, top of the table. 3 points as they avenge their lone loss of the season. The season opener against Minnesota United. The first time ever. Austin FC2 victorious at Balloons. Look at today's man of the match, brought to you by Adidas. And it's Irvin Torres, 1 goal and an assist. This one back in the 3rd minute, able to finish things off, finding that little pocket of space. And then lovely little interplay here. Torres connecting with Eric Feliciano, who hammers at home back in the 35th minute. So Irvin Torres, the 18-year-old, his first appearance in nearly a month. Here he is on the bench. Valiant performance by him. He contributed to 2 of 3 goals today. So a huge thanks to all of you for joining us for our entire fantastic MLS Next Pro broadcast crew. My name is John Gross, saying so long. Our final score, Austin 3, Minnesota United 1. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSnextPro.com and OneFootball. Good afternoon, everybody.